Hi everybody and welcome to Module 2, Lesson 12. This is rounding on a number line, and we are going to be using milliliters or liters or kilograms and grams and all kinds of weights and measures, but really this can be used for anything that you want to. And I honestly do love using rounding on a number line. It makes things a lot simpler when you're looking at how to draw or how to round things. So first of all, we're going to be dealing with 73 milliliters. So we need to do 73. So when you're rounding on a number line, you're going to start with your lowest number and your highest number in tens. So if 73 is the number you're dealing with, what's the lowest tens you're going to be dealing with? That's going to be 70 milliliters. Oh, my number line's kind of long here too. So 70 milliliters, and I'm going to go up to 10, another 10 milliliters. So that's going to be 70 plus 10 would be 80 milliliters. So I already did my number line so that you kind of could see it, and I don't know if the color's gonna show out. I already drew it out. This right here is gonna be my midpoint. That's my 85, or 75, I'm sorry, 75. I'm actually gonna put it on this side because this is where things change. That's the go-to point. If it gets to a 5 or higher, or anywhere from 5 and up, we go to the higher number. If it's below that 5, we go to the lower number to round it, to estimate it. So if we're dealing with 73 milliliters, we're going to map that on our line. So 71, so this is 70, 71, 72, 73. So right here is going to be 73 milliliters. So let's take a look at this. Now we talked about 5 as our turning point. So 5 tells us if 5 and up, we go to the higher number. Below that, we stay to the lower number. So if we are rounding this right now, we would say that 73 milliliters is closer to 70 milliliters. Now you can test my theory. You can do this backward. You can kind of jump. So here's 73, you go 1, 2, 3 jumps. It takes 3 jumps to get back to 70. But if I'm going up to 80, it would take 1, 2, 3. Oops, I'm sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 jumps to get to 80 milliliters. So when you're looking at rounding, a number line is a great way to do these. So we're going to do another one. Let me just try to save as much work as I can so I don't have to waste your time doing it. So I'll erase my jumps and all my stuff here. Then I'm going to carefully erase that plotted point right there too. And then we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, awesome. So this time we are dealing with milliliters again. And sometimes this might switch up, but this time instead of doing 73 milliliters, and I think you can see that, this time we're going to be looking at 61 milliliters. Ooh, that's a 3. I don't know why I'm writing 3. So we're trying to figure out if we're rounding 61 milliliters, what are we rounding it to? So we're going to round it. So the bottom number, remember we're dealing in groups of 10. So 60, what's the 10 that's below 61? That would be 60 milliliters, but go to the bottom of our number line. I guess I could have made my number line smaller. Didn't know what we were going to deal with today. And then the next one would be, this is my next 10, so that's up to 10. 60 plus 10 would be 70 milliliters. Okay? And then this right here would be our 75. I'm going to put it on this side because that's our turning point. That's what decides if we go up or down. If anything 5 or higher, it goes to the upper number. Below 5, it goes to the lower number. And we're dealing with 61 milliliters. So this one is going to be right here. This is 61. And you can see by the number of jumps how close it is to 60. So 61 milliliters would round to 60 milliliters. I'm not even going to map out the jumps here too because it's really just one jump down to 60. So that one was a really interesting one to do. We're going to try another one here. Let's see if I can, ooh, that black is really smudging. Let me just try to, that works out nicely. Let's do this. Let's see if I can erase without ruining everything so I don't have to draw it back out. All right, so let me connect that back up. Draw my line for the ones place. This time we are dealing with 30 38 milliliters. I guess I'm going to be dealing with a lot of milliliters today. So 38 milliliters. So we're going to go to the tens. So this is 30. So the lowest one we're going to go to is 30. And then we're going to go up to another 10. So 30 plus 10 would be 40 milliliters. And right in the middle over here will be 45. And that's our turning point. Don't forget, when we have 5, we go up to the higher number. 5 and up goes to the upper number. Below that 5, anything below that 5 goes to the lower number. So this time we're dealing with 38. So let's plot that. So that's 30. I'm going to jump here to the 45, 46, 47, 48. So right here is our 38 milliliter mark. So when you're looking at where you're rounding to on a number line, you're going to go jump up to 40. So because it's going to be closer like that, once you cross that line, you can see kind of where you're at. The 5 is the trickiest one. When you have a 5, you're always going to go up to the higher number. So in this case, 38 is going to be closer. It's only 2 hops away to 40 milliliters. So if we're rounding 38 milliliters, it's going to be closer, to 40 milliliters. All right, so we're gonna do one more for a practice run. Still dealing with milliliters. Could have drawn a smaller. Ooh, that black really smudges. Might not use that again. This is our last one, so it's not such a big deal. But it makes it harder to see it. All right, so connect my line here so you know it's a number line. So the number line is starting at, this time we're dealing with 25 milliliters. So this time I'm going to be doing that. Remember, when we have this, we're looking at our 2 because that's our lower number. The 2 is actually in the 20s. So we're going to do 20 as our bottom number because that's the 10 less. Then 20 plus 10 would be 30. Then our midpoint would be 25. And what do we know about 25? Oh, that's the turning point. 5 and up goes to the upper number. Anything below that goes to the lower number. So actually we're plotting it right on that 25. And what do we know about that 5? That 5 is going to go up to 30 because actually it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here. But then if you want to go backwards, I'm going to plot it with a different color. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's equidistant from both numbers, but it is a rule. If you have a 5, it goes to the upper number, the higher number. So in this case, 25 milliliters would round to 30 milliliters. And that is today's lesson on rounding using a number line. It's really my favorite way. I'm also going to tell you this will come up in 5th grade. It is something that I like to introduce, but I use a lot when we talk about rounding. So I hope that you guys have enjoyed your day.